Today we're going to be talking about clerics. Welcome to the Homebrew Crew. I'm Tony, this is Sean, and we're joined with one of our players, Shem, today. We brought Shem in for a very specific reason, and that is that Shem only ever plays clerics.
That's not true. That's not true. I have a rogue, I have a bard, and I have a paladin.
But this is all after the 2 to 3 or 4 that you
fine.
But you are our cleric master. You are the one who plays the most clerics out of anybody that we know. From what I've read, not a lot of people play clerics.
No, I don't know why.
Well, that's kind of why we want to pick your brain today. I know in your first campaign that you started, you started a cleric,
yes.
right? Mm-hmm. Tell me a little bit about that character, just for the audience at large.
Where do I start? I mean, I really don't know where to start because he was based mostly on a character from a book that I read for my master's exam. Okay. And then it was a weird mental experiment that I wanted to run about if I take apart this specific character, get him down to the bare bones of his characteristics and put it back together, is it gonna come out the same way or is it gonna be fundamentally different? Okay. And the cleric, the reason why I chose the cleric is because he has sort of quasi-religious connotations to that character. Okay. And so I was okay, we'll take that and then I'll turn him to a cleric. And also, it just turned out that there was no healers in the campaign that I was joining, and I was well,
that's a common thing. That's a common thing.
Nobody ever wants to play the healer, which is frustrating because then people die, and then they're oh, no one can revive it.
Well, you know what? That's the thing. That's a good point. I used to play a lot of MMOs. And honestly, I always gravitated towards the healer because of that exact reason. No one ever wanted to play it. You always get this idea of the cleric it's going to be, I'm going to sit there, okay, I'll do a couple heals, I'll do this for you. Right. But you don't get the adventure part of it. But with 5th edition, I feel like the cleric has really come into its own. Yes. It can do a lot of damage.
And my cleric is actually really aggressive.
Right, there's only a billion different domains out there now. There's so many options.
Just a little aggressive?
I mean, he does.
Your advances towards NPCs in general can be classified as aggressive.
I guess.
And you don't have to be a cleric to do that.
No. Yeah, I know, and I didn't want to as much as I wanted to be the healer, I didn't want to play into just the stereotype of what a healer behaves like. I mean, for Demian, which is my cleric character, I literally had him as a charlatan background. Because he, throughout his life had done phony seances for people who wanted to maybe talk to lost loved ones, and they were fake, but that was just a way for him to sort of take advantage of people and make money out of it.
I see. Okay.
But yeah.
So you're in this religion for profit?
Not exactly. I mean, he's a long ass backstory that I'm not going to get into right now. But yeah.
Okay, well that kind of answers why you made the character with it. What do you like about being a cleric? What is the thing that players should know? Anyone who's considering being a cleric, what's something that's good with that?
Well, for 5th edition specifically, it allows, like you said earlier, it does allow you to do quite a lot of damage, and just depending on how you build your cleric, they don't have to be as squishy as some other spellcaster classes out there. And I like having the option. I mean, I know I play my cleric very aggressively, but I just like having the option of I can heal if I wanted to. Maybe just myself, but at least I can do it.
Yeah, no, I understand that. I can always pack a few healing potions too.
Now, I will say,
expensive.
I'm gonna butt in here because #paladins do it better. I want to ask. I get a good example of a holy warrior. What do you think it does better than a paladin, or what it does better than a fighter, or what it does better than a other spellcaster?
I can manipulate people. I can shoot from afar. I mean, I played that paladin in the Adventurers League, and I was so frustrated that I couldn't just shoot him from 30 feet away.
Yes, but you have this great sword that you can
but then I have to get close to it and risk getting hit myself.
Well, you kill them with your religion. That's the whole point.
So you like the aspect of a long range, the casting from a distance, and I'm sure that spiritual weapon doesn't help. To be able to have that spiritual weapon next to a character and from a great distance, just be able to whack it with the spiritual weapon as well, which paladins don't get.
Okay, fine, I guess. And I will admit, Channel Divinity is badass.
Yeah.
Yes.
And considering that you get more as you level up, and some of them are really, really good, I will say that is a nice little feature.
Yes.
So.
I mean, for my Nature Cleric, hasn't come that useful just yet. For my other cleric though, my Death Cleric, there's like she can deal like an extra 30 damage through Channel Divinity.
Yeah.
With melee weapons, I'm like, oh yes, but I can't use it right now because we're in the Shadowfell and it's not useful. It's necrotic damage.
But I guess the things that we look at is like, what is the type of player that actually decides to pick a cleric, right? You've got people that are the murder hobos out there that actually go out and try to attack or kill anything. They're just out there to kill stuff. It kind of takes, from what I've seen, it takes a I don't want to say nurturing because you're going to hit me, but it's kind of a caring person in order to take that cleric spot.
With him,
because you care about the party. It's not just I'm going to survive like certain warlocks that I've known.
But also, I have to mention, don't mistake kindness or niceness for charity. There's always something that's sort of underlying. I mean, people who are nice. Sorry, this is like the cynical part of me, but
I'm starting to see the inner Shem.
Nice characters aren't always necessarily. I mean, no, but seriously, nice characters aren't always necessarily good characters. So with clerics, basically, I mean, with my cleric, he's nice not necessarily because he wants to be good to people. It's because he can see an advantage in being nice to people. Because when you're nice to people, they're more likely to give you back things, and for him it's more of an investment, an emotional investment into what is it?
It's good. No, the emotional investment is great. We're just laughing at the cat crying in the next room.
It's okay. But you see what I mean though, right? Like, it's about making those connections and kind of networking, basically.
Okay.
And manipulating people. Sorry.
You keep saying that like it's a big part of being a cleric is manipulating.
I mean, for that specific character, I'm just saying that clerics, just because they're nice doesn't mean they're good.
And it brings up a good point that just because you hear the word cleric doesn't mean you're automatically the healer or the support of the group.
Exactly.
Any class can do a lot of different things, so you're not locked to the stereotypical healing cleric.
See, and that's the thing with being a cleric, and I think actually any class in D&D 5e is that you get a base class, and then they kind of venture off towards different classes. That's the thing that gets me. Like, if you look at really what a paladin is a warrior and a cleric combined. That's kind of the thing. However, you do get a pretty good mix if you do a warrior and a cleric. Like, you just do them separately, and you multi-class into it.
Oh, I see.
That goes directly into Armand, the other character that I
play. Yeah.
So,
he was fun.
Yeah, no, it's just kind of interesting that you can actually mix and match those things, and every class actually has something that gears towards another class that's there. The Arcane Trickster he's a rogue, but he's also a little bit of a wizard at the same time.
Right, yeah, exactly.
And the cleric has so many domains that it just kind of covers the entire field.
That's part of the fun of it, which is why I made so many clerics, because I wanted to try a death one, and I wanted to try a nature one, and I wanted to try I think knowledge one was the other one, yeah.
There are other classes.
I know!
You need to know there are other classes.
I know, but I'm branching out in other places.
I think the last thing is, what would you say to somebody who has thought about playing a cleric?
Please do. No one else plays them. Do it. If your party probably needs them because no one ever plays them. So, and they'll always need you. So it's nice to be needed. So just do it.
There you have it, folks. It's nice to be needed. That's the. We're gonna put that on a T-shirt for all of our cleric friends. This has been Tony, Sean, and Shem from the Homebrew crew, and we're going to be talking every single week about homebrew campaigns, homebrew monsters, homebrew races, as well as different player perspectives like this one on different classes and races that they've played and what they like. We always get the DM perspective from Sean and I, and now with adding Shem to it, we always will have a constant player perspective. So if you like this, please don't apologize. You're a delight. No, but if you like this, please like and subscribe. By the way, I found the subscribe button.
Oh, where did they put it?
It's over there.
Okay.
It's down in the bottom left-hand corner.
Also,
wait a minute.
Kind of next to the.
Yeah, it's over there.
Logo.
There is. If you're watching on your computer, it is bottom left-hand corner or bottom right-hand corner of it. It'll be a little Brew Crew logo. You just click on that and you can subscribe. There's a lot of things that we're going to be doing in the next couple of months. We are running an Adventures League now. We are going to be at Con Alt Delete.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yes. So
on the 15th.
If anyone is attending that, it's going to be at the Rosemont Center. Kind of in the Chicagoland area. Mm-hmm. December 15th, we're going to be in panel room 4 at 10 p.m. So if you are going to be at the con, I highly suggest coming by, meet us, and we'll have a good time. Yeah,
send us your questions. You can berate us in person. It'd be great. We can't wait. So, remember, the best campaigns are always the ones that are home brewed and played with friends.
Yeah.
So until next time, keep brewing.
And cut.